Yo, what's good? My name's Billy. I'm going to be giving a rundown on how I mix my melodic trap vocals and how I get it sounding to a professional level in FL Studio. So let's go. So first things first, got our vocals that we got from our brother Siavi. I'll drop his link below. You go peep out all his stuff on Spotify, on streaming platforms, on YouTube, all that goodness. I'm also going to be just using FL plugins, stock plugins here, so we won't be using anything crazy. I do in my normal mixes, but you can get them sounding exactly the same just with stock plugins. So we're going to be dealing with three things: EQ, Autotune, and compression. First thing we do is we start with the EQ here. Pretty much everything you want to do when it comes to vocals, you want to cut a bit of the lows up from like 50 to 100. So first thing I do is that.
Worry concern,
just to get out the main muddiness.
Super off for feet, but I shop with the
and I use a certain method for my EQs. Pretty much what we're doing is we're going through and we're sort of scanning the frequencies, finding like shitty sounding frequencies that we don't want in the mix. Again, you don't want to overdo this. You want to keep it simple. You take out too much, you're going to be left with a really shallow sounding vocal. So don't overdo this, you know. You get it as I go along.
Pockets to burn, we all meet like the polys at church. All my G's have been rocking the merch. I've been needing a lot of the.
See, as you can even hear, it sounds real boxy at the top of the low mids. So take out a bit of those, and that's gonna clean it up, stop it being so muddy.
Suddenly got the pockets to burn, we all meet like the polys at church.
And I just carry this on.
All my G's have been rocking the merch. I've been needing a lot of the purse. And you seen this body of work, need to be at the slop, I need patience. I don't mean at the slots like in Vegas. I got dreams of me rocking the stages. Why you thinking I'm not gonna make it? Leaving your comments and hating. I saw the fire and I hit the bottle. Look at you sideways with my vision wobble. Think I'm setting off for feet.
Some of these you'll want to do more sharp than others as well. You can see me tuning them down here with these little knobs. Some of the frequencies take up more space. You want to have a more broader, you know, dip. In other cases, it's a very small part that has the frequency in it. In that case, you want a very, you know.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I don't know if I'm making any sense, but
off for feet, but I shop with the first. Suddenly got the pockets to burn. We all meet like the polys at church. All my G's have been rocking the merch. I've been needing a lot of the purse. And you seen this body of work, need to be at the slop, I need patience. I don't mean at the slop.
That should do. Like I say, you don't want to go overboard with this. You want to keep it pretty simple. Next step I take is I go straight onto the Autotune. A lot of people won't do this. A lot of people go straight to compression after EQ, or you know, de-essing if it needs to be done. But my theory, you know, is the cleaner the vocal gets sent into the Autotune, the better you know outcome you're gonna get, the better that's gonna sound. So you want to make sure you know the key of your song and what your artist is singing in. I know for a fact this one's D minor. I know the beat's D minor. I know Siavi was singing in D minor. So figure that out. If you can't figure it out, use Google. There's plenty of apps, or you can fucking use your ear, you know. Most musicians should be able to pick this stuff up. If you got a good ear, you should be able to pick this stuff up. So we got our key set. We got set to low male, and at this point we're just gonna play and see through what sticks out and if we can change the retune speed.
Off for feet, but I shop with the first. Suddenly got the pockets to burn. We all meet like the polys at church. All my G's have been rocking the merch. I've been needing a lot of the purse. And you seen this body of work, need to be.
Alright, so this can come down. Retune speed, pretty much all that means is how fast your vocal is gonna switch to the key, you know, it's trying to force it to go to. So Siavi sings this pretty well, so we don't need the retune speed super high. I probably usually want to put this in between anywhere from 20 up to like 8 to 5. For certain styles you can go right up, you know what I mean, but it just depends. Use your ear and see what sounds good. Alright,
all my G's have been rocking the
so this sounds pretty good.
I've been needing a lot of the purse. And you seen this body of work.
At this point, you know, you can mess with the humanize if you're really struggling to get a sound that doesn't sound like us and you want to sort of, you know, make that seem more realistic. You can do that, or you can mess with the flex tune. I would do humanize before using flex tune. Flex tune can pretty much like stops you from. It allows you to hit keys outside of the key you're in, so it's not really a great idea. Once I've got my auto tune done and sounding, you know, commercial as fuck. I want to bring over and do my compressor. I don't know what a lot of people use for FL Studio to compress their vocals, but for me I use FL limiter, Fruity limiter, so I don't actually use the compressor. Fruity limiter has a compressor in it. I don't know if people use that, what they use, but that's what I do. It sounds hard, so open up Fruity limiter, open up the compressor, and play our vocal for a little bit.
All my G's have been rocking the merch. I've been needing a lot of the purse. And you seen this body.
And pretty much here with the threshold, like, I keep this super simple. I move the threshold down to pretty much one of the lowest dips I can see in the vocal, and try and meet that there without it getting too close to the bottom there. I don't touch the knee at all. I don't know what the fuck it does. I don't touch it. The ratio, I move this down to about 3.8. I don't go over 4. I don't know where I heard that rule or who I heard it from. I trust them, so I never really go over 4 unless music, you know what I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want. So once we've got that sounding nice and compressed, I just want to bring the gain up. That's all I'm doing now, bringing the gain up to a point where I can really, you know, sounds like a strong vocal.
Worry concern, cause all this could turn. Sweep it off for feet, but I shop at the first. Suddenly got the pockets to burn. We all meet like the.
These main 3 components here pretty much get you the furthest in a mix possible. If you do these three parts here, especially EQ and compression, and your mix sounds like ass, then you sort of have to fall back on how you're recording your vocals and maybe your environment, how far you are from the mic, you know, how good your equipment is, and be realistic on the kind of outcome you can get. Once we've got those done, everything else is kind of taste and up to you. With reverb, usually I'd use something like Valhalla, but when I didn't have Valhalla, I used fucking Fruity Reverb religiously. We open up our Fruity Reverb.
Worry concern, cause all this could turn.
And off the bat, that's far too verby. So pretty much, I just want to bring down the wet here. I really don't want it that wet, and I don't really want that small of a room. So we're gonna make the room a little bit bigger.
But I shop at the first, suddenly got the pockets to burn. We all meet like the poly.
Separation as well. This is just dealing with mono and stereo. So the more separation you have, the more it goes out to the sides of your ears rather than planted directly in the middle. I'm just gonna bring down the actual full power of this reverb. I don't want it too reverbed out.
Cause all this could turn. Sweep it off for feet, but I shop at the first, suddenly got the pockets to burn. We all meet like the polys at church. All my G's.
Now from here, we're pretty much done. Like I said, unless we're going to go into mastering and dealing with the limiter, which I'm not going to do right now, we're pretty much done. I just wanted to give a really, really honest, straightforward way to mix your vocals as an amateur and get them sounding decent. Straightforward, these 3-4 main FL stock plugins should get you where you need to go. So I hope that helped in some capacity. You don't need to go overboard, that's the main point. Keep it simple, keep it straightforward, and it should sound fire. So, much love.
Worry concern, cause all this could turn. Sweep it off for feet, but I shop at the first, suddenly got the pockets to burn. We all meet like the polys at church. All my G's have been rocking the merch. I've been needing a lot of the purse. And you seen this body of work, need to be at the slot, but need patience. I don't mean at the slots like in Vegas.